it. In public, hated and love it. The underdog, we live as far. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifices.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go, let's go. 36. Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Bang, 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 bang. Hey, spread left. Spread left. I'll go, I'll go, I'll go. I'll go.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Steps away to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 39, Lucy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up. Move. Wise motion, wise motion. 11B, 11B.
Here's Bortles to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry for Barkley. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. About 3 yards there to the 27.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Lucy. We got 3. Show left. Move. Be ready. Lucy.
Bortles now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Bridgewater and the Jets come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
You got 3 down. I got 40. Get wide, man. Go Delta. Check. No.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater being chased out left. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up.
Second down, Bridgewater. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And right in. Touchdown, New York. Dante Moncrief, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check. Crunch. Move. Check the backer. Move.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Bortles to throw on second down. Lee's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
11. Hank.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Five down. 95's Mike. Watch 95.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Go Delta. Fire down, fire down.
Bridgewater now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Four down. Alert. Quick. Fire down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully punts.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Go Delta. You got 4. Get wide now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call.
Delta. Fire down.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. Trying to get it that time to Stills. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
Right? But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. They'll set up the screen to Bartlett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Omaha. Hey, let's go. Trips left.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Nifty move. And now running right through it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Go left. 3 down. 11B.
Check 55 to Mike.
Move.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby.
Lucy.
Cloud.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Lucy.
3 down.
372.
On second down, here's Boyles. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Baby, get him, boys.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
372.
Tackles.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's a give to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
11.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, spread left. Spread left.
Their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And hauled in by Croft. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking that time for Stills. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he's got room. And they'll get him down up past the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Hank.
Bortles now on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jamarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Hank.
A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Bridgewater and the Jets come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll run it on the toss. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Get wide now. SOS.
Again, a run to Thompson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A first down carry now for Crowell. And Crowell lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
Now Thompson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run it here with Thompson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Check Mike.
On third down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Bortles. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Crowell. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
372. Go left, go left. Lucy. Move.
Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
1st down, Bridgewater. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Bridgewater to throw it. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Thompson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Steps away. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jets have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 5 down, 5 down. Here we go. 5 down, 5 down.
Bridgewater on 1st down. On the left side, this is Stills. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Did they have to use time?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to creak.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Thompson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Hauschka now for the extra point. Hauschka with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They begin with a run by Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
11.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Show left.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Mike 39, Lucy.
Mike,
Show left.
right there in the middle. 55.
11.
Watch
11B.
Watch the screen.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Watch 55. I got him.
To throw, it's Bortles. Going to throw right side here, complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Sunday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
We got 3. We got
Lucy. So right.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And it is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Here we go. 5 down, 5 down.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds Stills, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Lucy.
On 1st down, Bortles. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Lucy.
4 down.
Lucy.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Hank.
Throwing now is Bortles. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Mike 55.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go.
Right. He's tight right here.
Lucy. Move.
We got 3 down. Hey, switch.
11B.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Go Delta. Double tight. Go Delta.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's Davis now. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Davis looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
We got 4.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 down, check. 4 down.
On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.